coordinator in Gombak that we're going to cover mastering informal letters, is it? Is this Sister Shahira? Are you the chairperson here?
I'm Anis, moderator for today.
Oh, okay. Sis Anis, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was informed to actually cover on mastering business correspondence, but today I would like to start with a bit of ice breaking. Is that possible? If you guys cannot respond, maybe you can write on the in the chat box. Yeah, maybe you can write in the chat box. And okay, can I get all your names if you're here today? Can you just write your name in the chat box? Yeah, we have Fitri who is ready. Amir, Fitri, thank you. Okay, who else can I see? If you can respond in the chat box, I don't feel that I am just staring on the screen. Thank you, Mushidul Hafiz. Okay, thank you. That's a very beautiful name, Mushidul Hafiz. Subhanallah. Okay, thank you, Aina Alwani. Shafawati, thank you. Waalaikumsalam. Akmalia. Raiha. Waalaikumsalam, Raiha. So there are about 24. Okay, the number is increasing. Tengku Anwar, yeah. Okay, good morning. All right, we feel free to respond and ask questions in the chat box, yeah. Thank you. Waalaikumsalam, Sophia. Morning, Siti Farah Anim. Thank you. I really appreciate if you can, communicate with me in any form so that I do not feel that I am just talking to the screen. Okay, so today we do a bit of ice breaking. I would like to show you a video. I really hope that the audio is good, yeah, because usually I play this in the classroom, and I need you to watch and tell me one word to describe this video. So are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Yeah? Morning, Siti Farah. Okay, ready, yeah? Okay, yes, good. Alhamdulillah. So I'm going to, Bismillah, going to share the screen. If I stumbled upon all that, my apologies, yeah? Okay, let's see. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Sister Hanis, can you assist me? Because if I don't hear anyone's replying, I don't know what you're saying. Yes, do you see? Yes, okay, good. Because sometimes I cannot find the chat box. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to play a short video which I need your response, yeah? Let's take a look at this video. Can you hear the sound?
No, madam.
Okay, that's why I need you to respond. Hold on. You cannot hear, you can see the visual, but you cannot hear the sound, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope you can hear now. If you can hear, you tell me.
I will be contestant Mariana Pascal.
Can you hear?
Local English.
Yes, madam.
Standard
thank you.
English, local English, or standard English? Mariana Pascal.
You need to write down anything that you can get from this video.
Well, many years ago, my daughter, who is half Chinese, attended a local kindergarten in Johor Bahru. And I remember one day I went to pick her up, and she came running up to me, and she said, "Mommy, what's this?" I said, "I don't know, ask your teacher." She turned and she said, "Teacher, this what, ah?" I said, "What did you say?" She said, "Oh, Mommy, that's Malaysian English." My fellow Toastmasters, we hear a lot these days about local varieties of English. Should we embrace them as a part of the culture? Or should we eliminate them and replace them with standard English? What do you think? Embrace or replace? Yes, I love the local English here. It is the most colorful English in the world. I especially love your crazy two-word phrases. Where, got. Also can. See first. See how. It's so unique. And frankly speaking, I do not think that it is possible to eliminate local English because linguistic habits are very difficult to break. Am I right? Yes. Now, throughout my entire marriage, my Chinese husband has been saying, "Get down from the car." And I've been saying, "Honey, we're not on the car, so we can't get down. We're in the car, we get out." And he says, "Oh, okay, get down." Can't change. In fact, I was in a taxi the other day, and the taxi driver said to me, "Okay, miss, you get down here, huh?" I said, No. You get out here." He said, "It's my taxi, you get out." I think the important thing is that whatever English we speak, Malaysian English, Canadian English, Indonesian English, Bruneian English, that these days we be understood by people from other cultures. Am I right? Yes. I have to tell you, sometimes your local English is a little bit difficult for foreigners to understand. I will give you an example. Now, when I first came to Malaysia, I went to a teachers' conference in KL. And at the end of the day, I said to a local teacher, I said, "Excuse me, I'd like to go back to the hotel now. Do you know where I might find a taxi?" And she said, never mind. You follow me." I said, "Well, I don't have a car, so I can't follow you. Do you know where I can find a taxi?" She said, never mind, you follow me." I said to my friend, "She wants me to follow her. Should I run behind her car?" You see, it would have been helpful if she had used a more standard phrase like, "I'll give you a ride." I'll give you another example of how local English can be very difficult for foreigners. Now, my British friend Jolene came to Malaysia to work in a restaurant. And on her very first day, the manager asked her to make fruit juice. So he gave her some fruit, and he gave her a blender. And he said, "You put in fruit after you switch on." Excuse me, I put in the fruit after I switch it on. He said, "You put in fruit after you switch on." So she switched it on, put in the fruit. What happened? All the fruit came out. He said, "I know, I told you, you put in fruit after you switch on." See, she had heard this, right? It would have been a little clearer if he had said, "Put in the fruit. After that, you switch it on." You see, sometimes one single word can change the whole meaning, right? I remember when my husband and I were first falling in love. I remember this one evening that was so romantic. Now, my husband's English was not very good at that time. And this was the night he was going to propose. We were dancing. It was so romantic. We just looked at each other. And he said in the most gentle voice, "All your eyes are big. How many eyes do I have?" I felt like an alien. It was not romantic. There was no proposal that night. Now, sometimes one single letter can change the entire meaning of what you're trying to say, right? My 17-year-old student, Chai Shen, had just come back from England, and she said to me, "Teacher, in England, many people very stupid." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "I fly to London. My skin very dry. My eyes very itchy. I go to information. I say, 'Excuse me, where can I find ice cream?' He sent me to McDonald's. Very stupid." So where does this leave us with local English? Well, this is what I say. Yes, we need standard English because we must be able to communicate with people from other cultures. But what a terrible shame it would be to lose the beautiful, colorful, vibrant local English. So I say both also can, love. Back to you.
Can you hear that? Hello, everyone. Assalamualaikum. Can someone please unmute and respond, or only Hanis can do that? Hanis?
Yeah, madam.
Yes. Can you hear the audio just now?
Yeah.
Can hear.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I stopped the video almost at the end. Can you please write down in the chat box what do you learn from the video? I'm very sorry. I did not I wasn't aware of your level of English, so I do not know whether that is too advanced or whether you are able to understand that video. But can you just respond in the chat box for those who actually get the message of that video so that I can get some feedback? Yes, anyone, just anything, just drop down your comment. Anyone? Okay. Who else? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, English is a medium to communicate as long as you understand. Thank you. All right, who else? Come on, Shamimi, Siti Farah, Aimi, Nurlaili. Come on, what do you understand from the video? Come on, there are about 30 of you now. Goodness, that's a big number. How to use in and outs in a sentence. Thank you, Siti Farah. Okay, I believe you learning English is good to communicate to other culture. All right, good. Standardized English, Ami Fitri, very good. Yes, come on, come on, come on, you can do better than that. One word would make a whole lot. Yes, I'm waiting for this. Aina Alwani, thank you. I'm waiting for this. One word would make a whole lot of difference, correct? So if you have one single word wrong, you pronounce it wrongly, you can change the entire meaning. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Akumalia. Just a single word can change whole meaning. Thank you, thank you. That means you actually understand what the video is all about. I really love that because it also shows the variety of English that we have in Malaysia. Yeah. So today, let me just explain that the objective of this course in these 2 days, today and tomorrow, is actually to guide you on the principles of effective written communication. So as you all know, communication comes in 2 ways, you know. One is verbal communication, when you speak to someone, yeah, that is the speaking part. And the other one would be the written part. And in fact, in writing messages, you also have what we call the formal and the informal. So the one that we are learning today and tomorrow, inshallah, that I will cover is going to be the formal written messages, which is how to write memo and also letters. Yeah. Okay, so if you're ready, we're going to do a little bit basic of English, if you don't mind. We just have to recap what we call the basic English, and that would be considered as Iqra 1. Yeah, okay. So if you're ready, I'm going to go through this. I need you to continuously respond in the chat box so that I know that you understand my lessons. Yeah. Okay. Now, as you all know, the difference between English and Malay, the one that is very obvious would be the time. Okay. For example, can you please write in the chat box, what is your favorite verb? Everyone here, come on, please participate with me. This is so different from teaching face to face. Come on, what is your favorite verb? You know what is a verb? Verb is kata kerja. What is your favorite verb? Okay, I give you one. For example, pick. All right, and you can have your own verb. Come on, everyone. Grow Budley, are you there? Eat, yes. Thank you. Suggest. Eat, yeah, that's your favorite. I think it's everyone's favorite verb. Sleep, yeah, I agree. That too, Alia. Okay, what else? Come on. Sales, Shafawati. Okay, cycling, yes, cycling. Oh, drawing, yes. Fitri, do you cycle? Do you cycle? When you write cycling, it must be your favorite verb, something that you do. Cook, yes. Wow, our brother loves to cook. That's very rare. Okay, okay, good for you, Fitri. Vacation, okay. So vacation is a noun, so the verb would be travel. Yeah, now with COVID-19, we cannot travel anywhere, you know, we cannot even go out of the district. Yeah, but inshallah, we can still go to Teluk Sisik. Yes. So gaming, online gaming. Okay, what else? Come on. Come on, everyone. What is the verb that you like? So let's say everybody agrees. Yeah, browse. Yes, browsing. Yes, very good. So you see, we take a verb, an example of a verb that all of us love. For example, eat. Yeah, eat. In Bahasa, the word eat is makan. Am I right? M-A-K-A-N, makan. Unless you're from Terengganu, then it becomes makam. Or if you're from Kelantan, it's become make. You know, but the standard Malay word is makan. So you see, in Bahasa, if you use the word makan, whether it's yesterday, whether it's now, at the moment, or whether it's in the future, the word makan never change. It never changes. Because why? Because the word makan will be there. Okay, for example, semalam saya makan, hari ini saya makan, esok saya akan makan. You see, the thing with English language is that the word eat will change many times according to the time. So if let's say yesterday you did it, then you will say 8. 8. You change the word eat becomes 8, because it happens yesterday. And then in the future you will say will eat. So the verb changes according to the time. According to what? The verb changes according to the time. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of recap on the tenses, yeah? Okay, I'm going to do the set screen, inshallah. If you can see, as usual, please also respond so that I know that I am showing the right thing to all of you. Are you seeing this? I need someone to unmute or be able to respond.
Yes, madam.
Yes, okay, you can see. Alhamdulillah. Okay, now, okay, so we're going to, okay, look at this. We'll start with present tense, yeah? Present tense, okay, present tense, it means present, which is now. Okay, when do you use present tense? You use present tense when you are talking about something that happens daily or regularly. Daily or regularly. It means that something that happens all the time. After this, I'm going to give you an example, yeah? All right. So for example, okay, this is an example. When you write a sentence that is something that you do regularly, you always do it. Okay. So I go to school at 7:30 a.m. If we are having an actual class now, I would actually ask you to read the sentence with me. Okay. And then later produce your own sentence. Okay. So this is how usually I conduct the class. So another example, we rice every day. Okay. So we eat rice every day. So these are examples that things that we do habitually, always, all the time. Okay. So another example, the third example would be, okay. Okay, this is the third example. Okay, who knows the answer for this? They every night. What is the verb there? Okay, can I see in the chat box? They what? What's the answer? Come on, for this. Study. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, I think your English is good. Okay, so they study every night. Very good. This is something that we do on a daily basis. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So the answer is study. Okay. Now then we have something if it is singular. Okay. For example, Shafiq goes to school at 9:30 a.m. This is something that is singular, and then you put the ES or the S because this is singular, Shafiq. So you need to put the ES or the S depending on the verb, yeah? Okay, so Encik Arshad goes to work at 8 a.m. So in English, we are very particular about the verb. So if you have many subjects, yeah, the subject will be plural, you use go. And if the subject is singular, then you use goes. Okay. Eat for plural subject. And eats will go for singular. This is simple present tense. Yeah. Study becomes studies. Okay, wonderful. Now we go to the next one, which is called past tense. Past tense is something that happens in the past. Okay, what do you think is the answer here? Oh, it's already there. He killed the cockroaches. So this is something that happened in the past. Okay, another example, they saved the man. So something that has happened in the past, we're going to use the past tense verb. Kill becomes killed, save becomes saved. Yeah? Now, what about irregular verbs? Okay, Shafiq, nasi lemak yesterday. So I think you all know it, but some people, they do not sure about the pronunciation of the word. Okay, so how do you pronounce this word? It's like the number 8. That's how you say it. Okay, 8, 8, like the number 8. Okay, so from the original word verb eat, it becomes 8. And then this one, from the original verb break, it becomes broke. Okay, so this is how it changes. Look how the verb actually changes. Okay, it's very different from Bahasa, yeah. In Bahasa, our verb, they don't change, but in English, it changes. There you go. So the problem is, if we do not know the past tense verb for that verb, we cannot write it in a sentence. So how do you get all these past tense verbs? You have to read a lot, because they are all in the books that we read. If we very seldom read, we cannot find this past tense verb, and then therefore we cannot write. Especially when you want to write letters, you need to be able to know what is the verb, and also other vocabulary that you need to know when you write a sentence. Yeah. Okay, this one, future tense. Future tense is pretty simple. It's pretty simple because you just mention about something that happens in the future, and the structure is pretty straightforward. For example, Shafiq will go to school tomorrow. Yeah. And then you have that. Okay. It's very simple. You just put the word will followed by the original verb. Are we okay, everyone? So far, so good? It's a lot of talking on my part. I'm truly sorry. I really wish you can communicate with me. So far, so good? Is that too easy for you? Okay, can you please write your comment? Is that too easy? Too easy or okay? Which one? Because I really don't know your level. So if it's too easy, my apologies, yeah. If it's too easy, I have students who are really good, but they still need to come to the class. So my apologies and thank you for your patience, yeah. So because we started with Iqra 1, that is considered like Iqra 1, the basic tenses, because this is very important. When you write a sentence, your verb needs to be correct according to the time, yeah. If you're writing it in the past, you need to make sure that the verb is in the past tense. If you're writing present, then you have to look at the subject, whether it is singular or plural. But for the future, it's pretty easy. Okay, thank you for all your responses. Thank you so much. Okay, if you're ready, we're going to move to the next part, and that is, I'll go through with the parts of speech, yeah? Okay. Okay, I need to exit this. So do you remember just now I told you about the present tense? I need you to write your own sentence about yourself, because actually I need you to really do a practice together with me. Yeah. Okay. So since you all cannot speak and cannot communicate, I need you to write just a simple sentence in the chat box about yourself. Okay. For example, yeah. Okay, this is when you are introducing yourself. Is it, everyone can see this? Assalamualaikum. Can you all see this?
Yes, madam.
Can see this?
Yes.
Okay, Hanis, can you please read this for me?
Hi, everyone. Oh, yang mana
Okay,
madam?
okay, I'm going down. I'm going down.
Okay, hi, everyone. My name is Aisha. I am 10 years old. I am in standard 4. I live in Kuantan, Pahang. I go to Indira Mahkota Utama Primary School. I have many friends. I live in a semi-detached house. I like to eat fast food like McDonald's and KFC, but my mother says they are not good for me.
Okay. Hanis,
Yeah.
can you introduce yourself using this structure, since you are the only person who can speak?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Anis Shahira. I am 28 years old. I live in Kuantan, Pahang. I go to Sultan Ahmad Shah Medical Center at IUM for work. I have many friends. I live in a semi-detached house. I like to eat fast food also,
Oh, good.
like McDonald's and KFC.
You're really a youngster. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, you see, okay, what our sister has done is she just introduced herself using present tense. When you introduce yourself, you need to use the present tense. Yeah. This is how you introduce yourself. Okay, this is are you the only person who can speak here, Anis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Other people know. They cannot speak, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So this is how you actually can write about yourself. When you tell other people about yourself, you can actually write in the present tense. Yeah. Okay, write in the present tense. So for example, like this sentence, yeah, this is my father. So when you write is, loves, likes, play, you know, play. So this is all example of writing in the present tense. Okay, very simple actually. English is very simple if you know how to go about writing it. Okay, so since you all cannot communicate with me, I'm going to just let go of this exercise, and let's go to the part where we call parts of speech. Yeah, I'm going to with the basic. So far so good, yeah, everyone. I hope so. I really hope so. Okay, let me find the clip here. It's the button. Let's go. So these are the parts of speech. When you speak, okay, you're going to write, you're going to string sentences. It's called a speech. Okay, so it involves a few parts. Okay, so first we're going to talk about nouns, yeah? You can write down your notes, yeah? I'm actually giving you lecture indirectly through my explanation. Okay, what are nouns? Nouns are, in Bahasa, it's called kata nama. Okay? Kata nama. So nouns, we have person, we have place, kata nama, anything that has a name. Yeah? Nabi Adam alaihissalam, when he actually was thrown from heaven into the world, Nabi Adam actually knows so many nouns, so many verbs. Okay, So this is where everything has a name, a person, a place, yeah? Okay, and then thing, an idea. So if you do not know how to mention the noun, what to mention, and then therefore you will not be able to speak, or utter a full sentence. So it's very important. Vocabulary is very important because they are nouns. For example, these are simple nouns, yeah? Okay, so Encik Arshad is actually a man. Okay, if you have plural, then you have men. Puan Aini is actually a woman. If it's plural, it becomes women, women. Okay, and we have this one, grandmother. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go grandfather. So my examples are very simple ones. So please bear with me. That's a sister. And then what about Mrs. Lim? Mrs. Lim is a Chinese lady. That's also a noun. Okay. Now people who lives around us, they are called our neighbors. Okay. So what about place? Okay. Place, we have the special name. We have Kuantan. Okay, we also have the general noun. I think you guys know what this is, right? This is Teluk Cempedak, right? Okay, but the general noun is beach. This is called a beach. You all know this. What about this? Many people know what this is, but some people, they pronounce it wrongly. You have to be able to pronounce this word correctly, yeah, everyone. I know many of you know, but you must know this because we are Muslim, so we must know how to pronounce this word. It's called mosque. Yeah, can you follow after me? Mosque, not mosque. Okay, I know some of you know it's a mosque, but I've heard some people who said mosque. We are Muslim, so we must know this building, how to pronounce this building. Yeah, it's called mosque. All right, let's go to this one. I think you guys know school. Okay, what do you think this is? This is one of my favorite places. A place that sells all these yummy, delicious. We have so many cookies and all that. What do you call this? This is called a bakery, yeah? Okay, what about things? Do you know what this is called? If you don't know you don't know what this is, you cannot describe it. So that's how important a noun is. Noun is very important. If you don't know what a noun is, you cannot say it. Okay, so this is a noun. It's called cheongsam. Okay, what about this one? This is very interesting. This is very interesting because in other culture, they do not have this as part of their costume. Okay, so this one maintains as songkok. It maintains as songkok because in other culture, we don't have this. So noun that is very special like this, like keris, songkok, you cannot replace with other words. If you even if you try to replace, it will not be exact. Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. Now we learn the meat of animals. Okay. For a hen, the meat of a hen is called what? Yes. It's called chicken. Yeah. And then what about for a cow? What do you call? I want to look at your participation. Come on. What do you call the meat of a cow? What do you call? Yeah, what do you call the meat of a cow? Okay, can you guess? Anyone? Masya Allah, Fakrul. Very good. Okay, thank you. This will be too easy for you. What about a goat? The meat of a goat, what is it called? Mutton, yeah? Okay. Okay, what about the meat of fish? Actually, you still call it fish, yeah? All right, so we have all these fruits. I think you guys know this. Okay, gardenia. We have the viral gardenia brand, can? Very viral. Okay, this would be the name of the roses. Okay, I'm going to go very fast. This is our national flower, which is hibiscus. These are the utensils. If you cannot pronounce or say these nouns, so you have problem with your speech. That's why it's called parts of speech. Yeah. So this is a cup. This is the glass. This is a bowl, and this is a pen. Okay, what about occupation? A person who actually design a house, you call them architects, yeah? It's called an architect. A person who mends the shoe, what do you call? This is also a noun. You call it a cobbler. A person who sells flowers, you call them florist. And I think you guys know this. This is so familiar to your surrounding. A person who performs the operation is not a normal doctor. We call them surgeon. Okay, they are specializing in the area. So the next one, please bear with me if this is too easy for you, because this is the foundation of our sentences. I'm going to mention all these parts of speech later, yeah? The second one is called pronouns. Well, what are pronouns? It's a word used to replace of a noun. For example, I, you, she, he, it, we, you, they. Okay, so you can very quickly, we're going to have these examples. Okay, this will be the verbs that I explained just now. Walk, play, build, cycle. Yeah. Now, the next one we'll call adjectives. Adjectives will be the word that describe a noun. For example, it's called, in Bahasa, it's called kata sifat. Yeah. So what about the mosque? It is a big mosque. So it's describing the noun. Flowers. You know, how do you describe the flowers, for example? Beautiful flowers. Okay. Now this is comparison, yeah? So Maui is a rich man. It's an adjective describing the man, but you can see that Tan Sri Azman is richer than Maui. Okay, obviously. Okay, but you can see that Tan Sri Said Mukhtar Al-Bukhari is the richest billionaire in Malaysia. So this is the adjective. Okay, the adjective. Okay, so John is a hardworking man. Hardworking is an adjective, but when you want to put it, the word more is when you are comparing with two persons. Brittany is more hardworking than John, and Mr. Zol is the most hardworking in this office. Is there any Mr. Zol here in this class? Okay, that will be great. Okay, now we have adverbs. Adverbs, yeah. Adverbs is to mention about the verb. That's why it's called adverb. Okay. So for example, grandfather walks slowly. How does he walk? He walks slowly. Okay. The boy speak. If you look at the boy, what do you think the boy is doing? Okay. The boy is speaking. What do you think? Okay. Try and guess. He's speaking rudely, yeah, to his mother. Okay. So he carries his son. What? Come on, guess. How does this man carry his son? Gently. Okay? Good. If your answer is correct. Okay, but there are some also adverbs that do not end with ly. For example, like he ate well. It doesn't necessarily end with ly. Not all adverbs would end with ly. Yeah. So he ate well. She worked hard. There's no ly there, but hard is an adverb. Yeah. He ran fast. He arrived late. Okay, so these are all the verbs that describe the verb. Okay. Are you guys still with me? Assalamualaikum. Anis, you still with me?
Yeah, madam.
You're still with me.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
a bit more before we take a break, short break. Prepositions. Okay, prepositions. Yeah, preposition is when you are mentioning about the position you're going up, is walking up the stairs. The mosque is, okay, guess, come on. The mosque is what? The field. Across the field. Okay, these prepositions. The baby fell. Okay, poor baby. The baby fell off the bed. Okay. You can see the mosque. The mosque is beside the community hall. Okay, the last one, interjections. When you have words like yikes. Okay, this is to express strong emotion or surprise. Yeah. Conjunctions. Conjunctions. Water and rocks. Okay, they connect words or individual groups of words. So they have the word and, but, or, no, for, so, and yet. So when you write your letters, or you write in your email, you will have conjunctions as well in your sentences to show contrast, to show similarities. So you use conjunction. Either or and neither nor. Okay? All right. Now, shall we take a 5 minutes break or 10 minutes toilet break for everyone? I think it's, I'm done with the basic. And after this, we can go into more serious matters, more focused into our learning objective. So we can have 5 minutes break or 10 minutes, or I think you should come back by 10:15. Is that okay, Hanis? Can we do that?
Okay, madam.
Okay, so inshallah, I'll meet you at 10:15, everyone.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. Hanis? Hanis? Hanis is not. Are you there? Okay, so is everyone back? Hopefully everyone is back. Are you still with me? MashaAllah. Are you still with me?
Yes, madam.
Anis, is it always like this, your training?
Yeah.
There's always
Always.
one way?
Yeah.
No, English language. English class cannot be done in this way. Subhanallah, we cannot have it this way. I cannot get you guys to respond. Goodness. Because English, you need to have, feedback. All right, so I welcome back to our second session today. I'm going to show you another video. If you're ready, you can after that write in the chat box, what do you see and what do you think it actually means? Yeah. Okay, Bismillah. Okay, I hope you can hear this, yeah? I hope you can hear this. Can you hear the sound? Okay, please write in the chat box, what do you learn from that video? Come on, everyone. Come on. Come on, you have to make me feel excited to be here teaching all of you. Come on. Anyone? Anybody? Okay. In the chat box. Yeah, what can you say about that video just now? Why? What is the advantage of that the fish actually have? Assalamualaikum. Is everyone back? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nur Aklili Ashikin. Yeah, thank you. Learn another language. Correct, exactly. So when we know another language, we are going to feel we will have the advantage. Okay, we are able to speak. The strength, we are going to be able to communicate, and people going to understand what we are actually saying. It's very interesting because this morning I was reading a book. It's called about avoiding pain. The title was about avoiding pain. Many people try to avoid pain by not doing it, but in reality, when you are avoiding pain, that's when you will always be in that pain. It means that, for example, if you try not to speak English, right, you avoid from feeling embarrassed, but you try not to speak because you are afraid that people will judge you, people will think badly about you, but so you avoid speaking. So you are avoiding the pain of embarrassment, for example. But in actual fact, when we avoid that pain without us realizing it, we are still going to be in pain because the problem is not solved. So I thought it's very interesting to share that notion to all of you. The fact that anything that is good in life, if we try to avoid it, we are actually not doing the right thing, because by avoiding doing that, we will still be in that painful mode. but in a way that we don't realize, you know. Okay, because I have so many students who come to me and say, Madam, if we speak English, people will laugh at us. People will tell that we are no good, you know, so we drop our water face and then we will not be able to be ourselves again. But that's not true. Okay, for example, when you try to speak English, if people laugh at you, it is showing their own character. You know, when you are improving, of course, you'll make a lot of mistakes. For example, if you ask me to speak Arabic in Arabic, right? Now, I will make a lot of mistakes because that's not the language that I am good at. So when I try to practice it, I will make a lot of mistakes. You know, all the ustas who are very good with Arabic, they will just listen to me, and then I don't think they will laugh at me of my effort of trying to improve my Arabic. So it's the same. Yeah. So everyone, the moral of the story, do not avoid pain, because when you are avoiding pain for something that is good for you, you are actually going to be continuously be in that painful mode. Yeah, without us realizing it. Okay, so now we are going to our first module about writing. Okay, so when you write, yeah, when you write, it is very important when you're writing, like I told you just now, in formal writing, there are a few principles of effective written communication. So we're going to go to the first one, and that is called the 5 C's. Have you heard of the 5 C's before? 5 C's. How many? How many C's? How many? Are you still? Hello? How many C's, everyone? I'm going to mention it one by one, and I get, yes, thank you. 5. So 5 altogether. 5, yeah? Not 4, not 3, not 2, not 1. 5. Okay, 5 is very significant because Rukun Islam 5, we have 5, we have many, yeah? Rukun Iman, we have 5. Okay, we have so many, yeah, 5. Yeah. Can all of you participate, please? Participate so that the class, the first one is called correct. Can you write that? Someone, anyone? What is the first one, everyone? What is the first C? Come on. Assalamualaikum. Please respond. What is the first one? Correct. Yes. What do you mean by correct? I will explain later. Okay? Correct means the sentence needs to be grammatically correct. Needs to be grammatically correct. So if let's say you write in the sentence, it's supposed to be in the past tense, but you write it in present, so it is no longer correct. So we're going to look at some of these examples later. Number 2, okay, please write down. Number 2, you need to be concise. What does concise means? How do you spell concise? Can someone try? Try, come on. Yeah, what does concise means? Anyone can explain what does concise means? I see the wrong things just now. Concise, correct. Okay, so correct. What does concise means? Concise means padat. Padat. The opposite of concise means giving a lot of information clearly in a few words. Ya Allah, Masya Allah. Clearly, thank you so much. That is so precise. Concise means you're being precise. You do not use and elaborate too much. Okay, you're giving it straight to the point. Who is very good with conciseness when they speak? Is it a man or woman? Who's good with conciseness? Is it man or woman? Men. Men, do you agree? Men or women? I think mostly men. Men, they are very direct to the point, kan? Straightforward. They're very concise, yeah? So women are very, likes to elaborate. Okay. So, I'm not going to give you the 3 more. I just want you to remember 2 first. Remember 2. And then we're going to go, and then later I'm going to ask you the questions later, yeah? Okay, so how many? How many 5 C's? It's just like, hello? 5 C's, how many? We have 5. Okay? So we're going to look at the examples, yeah? Just like the Rukun Islam, we have 5. Rukun Iman, we have 6, yeah? Okay, we are going to learn all the 5 if you are ready. C's, and then we look at the example, all the 5 C's. Okay. Can you see, everyone? Anis? Is it there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, is this big enough for all of you?
Yeah.
Okay, the first one. The first C is called correct. Correct means no grammar mistakes in language use, in terms of grammar, in terms of spelling, in terms of vocabulary. So this would be the example that has errors in it. I need you to write in the chat box, what is the correct? Change into a correct sentence. I born in Kuala Terengganu. Let me see. Susmek, come on. I want to see your talent here. I born in Kuala Terengganu. How can you correct that sentence? I born in Kuala Terengganu. I need someone to try that. Can somebody represent the whole team or someone? I was born Afifah Azila. Yes, I was born in Kuala Terengganu. Correct. Very good. Sometimes just by the word was, you leave out the word was, there is an error there. Okay, because I was born in Kuala Terengganu is the correct structure, yeah? Okay, what about number 2? I was graduated from international. Just now you need a was, but what about the second sentence? I was graduated from International Islamic University Malaysia in 2019. Okay, this is an error that my students usually do, even though their English not bad, but they actually do this. What is the mistake there? Come on. I was graduated. So what is wrong? I was graduated from International Islamic. Do you need? Yeah. Okay. I graduated. No need was. Yes, correct. Afifa, thank you. You don't need Afifa. Is this Afifa, Dr. Afifa, my friend? No? Okay, sorry. Okay. I graduated. Yeah, I graduated. Correct. Now, what about the third one? The sentence looks simple, but when you write, only one word can make it this problem. That is incorrect, yeah? I had a basic degree in engineering. What do you think is the error there? I have, yes. Akmalia is the first class student, yeah? Only Akmalia answered. The rest of you are very good follower, eh? You just follow whatever answer, is it? Okay, I have. Now, why do you not write I have? I had. Why you cannot write I had? If you say I had, that means it's past. But if you write I have, just now we talk about present tense. It's something that you still have until now. So sometimes just one verb can actually make a mistake. So when you are writing memos, you have to make sure that the first C that is correct is there. So how do you do it? How do you do it when if you're not sure about your language? You always have someone to recheck your memo or your emails. Have someone who is good, even if it's can be your superior, someone who is better English than everyone else. It could be a doctor in the department, could be anyone, because when you are not using this first C, you are giving the impression that you are not professional. You know, all the 5 C's are there, very important, but the first one, correct, is so very important. Okay, but don't feel bad if you make any grammar mistakes before you submit it, because I myself sometimes need to check, because when I am just writing it on a draft, like let's say when I writing it just like that, so my first draft, I myself make mistakes, so I need someone to see and check. Yeah, it's very important. So for the first C, which is correct, it's very important that you check this, yeah, and make sure that they don't have any grammar mistakes. The second one is called concise. So you are correct just now when you say that straight to the important points, in the fewest words possible, eliminate wordy expressions. You know, wordy expressions, if you look at the latest model business letters and emails by Shirley Taylor, we do not write like the Jurassic way of writing. We eliminate wordy expressions. We avoid unnecessary repetition. It means concise. So men, they are very good with conciseness. Women, they are lousy. They like to beat around the bush. They like to be long-winded, you know, until the man is wondering, what are you trying to say, you know? Okay, most women, not all women, maybe not all of you inside here, yeah? Okay, so let's look at an example. I am extremely sorry to have point out you that we do not have this brand. Okay, let me, okay. I am extremely sorry to have point out to you that this is the original sentence, to you, okay, that we do not have these brands in stock at the present moment of time. Okay, how many of you would like to try? Write your version first. Actually, in my class, when I teach this, in fact, when I teach this to my students for English for occupational purposes, when I teach them, they have to write their version first before I show them the answer. So all of you, can you write? Can you write your own version first? I give you about 2 minutes. Please attempt so that you understand the 5 C's. Yeah, before we go to letter writing, memo writing. Okay, I give you 2 minutes. I want to see who can actually represent the group for this sentence. Come on, everyone, try. Yeah, I give you time. Okay, now, is there anyone wants to try? Okay, thank you for trying. Thank you for attempting. Okay, so how do we correct this conciseness? I am extremely sorry to have point out that you do not have these brands in stock at the present moment of time. So Asifa said, I am extremely sorry to point out that we don't have this brand at the present time. Okay, so thank you for attempting, yeah. So the answer is, okay, another way to be concise, okay, is, for example, is to say as simple as this. We are sorry that these brands, these means plural, yeah, THESE. These brands are presently out of stock. Isn't that straightforward? Isn't that very concise? I noticed that some organizations, like for example, in fact, like my university, right? Our university, International Islamic University Malaysia, they like to write a bit wordy, yeah, but they do not. It's not really that obvious, but it's quite wordy. But now the trend is people are writing to be more concise, straight to the point. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you are blunt. It doesn't mean that you are rude. No, it doesn't mean that. But we are trying to cut short unnecessary words. We do not want redundancy. Yeah, unnecessary repetition, redundancy. These are all the elements that we want to avoid. Okay. Are we clear? So how many have we covered so far? How many C's have we covered so far? We have covered 2. The first one is correct, and the second one is concise. So concise is very important. Okay, can you tell the person next to you? Correct and concise. Do you have someone next to you? Do you have someone next to you? Tell the person next to you. Correct, concise. You must remember this 5C, you know. Okay, correct and concise. Okay, now, if you're ready, we're going to go to the third C, because I want to make sure that you really remember these 5 C's, yeah? Okay, so the third one, okay, so we're going to go slow and steady, yeah? We don't go very fast. Number 3 is called clarity. Clarity means specific information can be easily understood and does not cause confusion. Clarity is to avoid miscommunication. So when you are giving the specific information, when the person reads it, the person can actually understand what you require, what is required from the letter, from the memo. It's very clear. You have specific information there, and it's not general. I think clarity is not only important in writing letters. Clarity is also important in communication between a husband and a wife. You know, like women, for example, women again, but not all women, not intelligent women. Okay, so intelligent women, they usually like to speak with clarity. But sometimes women, we do not want to be too specific. We want the men to guess. We want the men to guess. And men, they will say, how can I guess? I don't know what's going on in your head. So clarity is very important. Yeah, clarity is very important. So I give you an example. If you write a sentence like this, I need you to write in the chat box, how can you make this sentence? There are 2 sentences there. How can you make them to have more clarity? Okay. Come on, people, let's try. Even if it's wrong, it's okay. We are learning. Come on. All female employees must leave the job at the age of 60 years old. What are you trying to say? Huh? If you are almost 60, how would you feel when you read the sentence? That's mean we have to tell them that. Huh? What how can you make it clear so that the people reading that understand what you are saying? Okay, come on, try. Everyone, someone, come on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay, try to write, yeah? This is an exercise that everybody must attempt, or else you will not learn. You will learn better when you try. Okay, thank you. Who is this IIM user? Hanis, yeah? Female employees is mandatory to leave job at age 60 years old. Okay, good try. Come on, come on. The rest of you, come on, try. A few more. The retirement age for women is 60 years old. Good. Good try. Akmalia, thank you. You're getting there. You are getting there. The message is there. Come on. This is the first time I see someone with 4, 5, 6. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Employees must retire at the age 60 years old. Thank you for trying 4, 5, 6. You really made me laugh. 4, 5, 6. So cute. All right. Employees must retire at age 60 years old. Okay. Can we have one last one try? Come on. Come on. Come on, Sasmet. You can do better than this. Come on. Anyone, someone, come on. No one? No one? Okay. Okay, thank you, Jalila. Thank you, Sister Nur Jalila. Okay, senior female employees are mandatory to leave job at the age of 60 years old. That's good. Okay. Okay, thank you for trying. Yeah, everyone who have tried, including 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, so okay, so your answers are not that they are not correct. Yeah, but for clarity, yeah, a sentence like this can be improved by I'm sorry for the drama, yeah. I have cats. male cat came into the house and attacked the female cat. Okay, I'm sorry. The clarity is it is compulsory for female senior citizens to retire at 60 years old. Is this nice? Does this sentence has clarity? What do you all think? It is compulsory for female senior citizens to retire at 60 years old. That means when you write a sentence like this, it has clarity and the people reading it know that it means it is compulsory for female senior citizens to retire at 60 years old. Okay? So we have another examples here. I have many years of experience working with local companies. What is wrong with that sentence? Can someone tell me? I have many years of experience working with local companies. What is wrong with that sentence? Okay, can someone write in the chat box? Okay, what is wrong? Can someone please tell me with that sentence? We have to go slow with this part so that everyone understand all the 5 C's. Okay, what is wrong with this sentence? And this is another example of needs clarity. I have many years of experience working with local companies. When you say I have many years of experience, yeah, okay, let's see. Okay, I have years of experience. Okay, right. What does it mean? What does it mean? People will question how many years when you say you have many years of experience. So it's good when you want to give clarity. This is just an example, yeah, to show how we can make things more specific, giving more specific information, and it doesn't cause confusion because many years can be a different interpretation. Sometimes 5 could be many, 10 could be many, 7, 8 could be many. So you want to mention the year. You can say, I have 10 years of experience working with, for example, local hospitals. Okay, local companies. So the number of years is actually to show the clarity. Okay, that is just one example. Okay, let's look at the fourth C. It's called complete. Complete, yeah. When you want to write, it has to be complete. The fourth C is complete. What does it mean? You must provide all necessary information. It answers the questions of who, what, where, when, why, or how. So if you do not have complete information, people will actually ask when, how, Where? So an example would be if you say, we need a large office space. You see, we need a large office space, but how large or how big is big? So you need to make sure that it's complete by stating we need at least 10,000 square feet space. So then your information will be complete. Are we good? So far, so good? Everyone? This is the fourth C. Okay, so let's recap. The first C, everyone? The first C is correct. The second one, concise. The third one is clarity. Okay, you don't want any vagueness. You don't want it to be vague. Vague means not clear. Okay, you want it to be clear, crystal clear, clarity. And then number 4, complete. And the last one, but not least, is very, very important. Very, very important. This element is very important. Okay, we have a second example there. If you say substantial discounts were given out during the event. If you say substantial discounts, it's not complete. What do you mean by substantial? How many? How many percent? Is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 30? Is it 40? So when you say substantial discount, you want to specifically mention so that your information is complete. So you write discount of 20% will be given to all merchandise. So there will be no question of like how much, how many percent, questions like that. How big is the large office space that you actually want? When you say large, it's very vague. When you say substantial discounts, it's very vague. So you need to make sure that you give specific information. So your reader receiving your letter or your memo knows what you intend, what is your intention. Okay? And the last one, but not least, this is super important as well. And it means courteous. Courteous means polite, thoughtful, not too emotional, and of course non-sexist, yeah? So, for example, if you say like this, it is impossible. Okay, imagine you're talking to someone and someone who says this. It is impossible to repair your car in 2 days. Okay, you will listen to it and you will say, okay, yes, I get the message. It is impossible, but how can you change the sentence so that it becomes polite and thoughtful? This is important. The same message, but being interpreted in a different manner. This is a skill, people. Come on, it is a skill. Sending the same message to our spouse, you actually want to say the same thing, but being courteous and polite, you are saying it in a different way. Okay? So rather than saying it is impossible to repair your cars in 2 days, how can you say it? Yes, correct, Ami. Correct. No hidden insults or passive-aggressive tones. Correct. Exactly. Thank you. Okay. So how can you say this? If you are the mechanic, you can actually say this. This is very straightforward, actually. It is impossible. But how can you say in a more courteous mode? It is impossible. It is easier if you can just say like this. For example, yeah, your car will be ready by Thursday. Is it more courteous? Is it more courteous to say, especially in written communication? Because at least in verbal communication, verbal spoken language, you can use the right tone. But when you're writing, what you write represents you yourself. You are not there to defend yourself. Maybe if you are saying it verbally, you can use a nicer tone. You can say, "I'm sorry, sir. It is impossible to repair your car in 2 days." You can say that using that tone. But when you're writing, it's just like writing a WhatsApp. It's always being misinterpreted by the reader because it doesn't have a tone there. You can only see the sentence, you know. So some people, when they read, it is impossible to repair your car in 2 days, like this. It is impossible to repair your car in 2 days. You know, when they read it, that comes to your mind. The mind of the reader. It depends on the character of the person. If the person is always very upset, very serious, they will read it in that manner. Someone who is very light and very light character, they will read it, "Oh, it is impossible to repair your car in 2 days." They will not feel offended at all. They will get the message. But that's why you want to avoid writing sentences that can cause that uncomfortableness, make people will predict this and that. So when you write a sentence that says your car will be ready by Thursday, it's very straightforward, safe, yes, class, no quarrel. Okay, your car will be ready by Thursday. Now, are you all clear about the 5 C's? Please give some comment in the chat box. Come on, people. Come on. Are you clear about the 5 C's? So far, so good? 5 C's? After this, we're going to the practice part, inshallah. Yes? Okay, so shall we recap the 5 C's? Number 1, correct. Number 2, concise. Number 3, the third one is clarity. The fourth one, complete. And the fifth one is courteous. At any point of time, when you write any written document, any memo, any emails, you need to conform to these 5 C's. You might think that it's logical, it's common sense, but believe me, some of the letters that we read and then we receive this interaction from within companies, outside parties, when we read them, they are not having that. Yeah, so I'm going to share with you an example of what do we mean by tone. Yeah, every organization will actually, so I'm going to stop share this, inshallah. Can I see? Okay, is that too heavy for you? 5 C's, everyone? Is that heavy for you? 5 C's? Not heavy, yeah? Not heavy. But they are very extremely important. Extremely important because they will actually guide you later. When I teach you how to write letters, you have to remember the 5 C's all time, at all times. Yeah? You cannot forget these 5 C's. Okay, so shall we take another 10 minutes break? 10 minutes break, everyone, so that we don't have too much information at the same at one time. Yeah, so 10 minutes break. Yeah, thank you. Assalamualaikum. Yeah, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, please have some coffee. You will come back, inshallah, at 11:20. 20, yeah? 11:20. Welcome back, everyone. Assalamualaikum. It's livelier now that I hear some sound, or else it is so quiet. Okay, welcome back, everyone. I hope you will be able to bear with me for the next half an hour, inshallah, until 12 o'clock, to the next part of writing letters. Yeah. So if you are here, can you please kindly drop your comment in the chat box. Say you are here. I'm here. I'm ready. Something like that. So because I need energy from all of you. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Come on. Come on, everyone. There's so many of you here. Actually, there is actually 32, excluding the administrator. It means that I can have, inshallah, at least 50%. 50% of you. That means around 15. If you're back here, come on. Lida, Hairani, 1212. Okay, Rehan, Zainul, so many of you. And Najmi, Rofak Badli, Fakrul, Alif. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so we are going to go now. Okay, inshallah. So now we are going to another part of a sentence called subject verb agreement. Yeah, I have to cover this just in case. This is also an important aspect of subject verb agreement. Okay, when you're writing sentences, it's very important that the subject and the verb gitu-gitu. It means it agrees with each other. Okay, this is super important when you write sentences because or else your sentence will be incorrect. You know, it doesn't have the first C, which is correct. Okay, so how do we make sure that the subject and the verb agrees? So I'm going to give you an example. Okay, so this is just a simple example, but you can apply it to any situation. So if there's one kitten, then the verb is, because it is one, singular. Yeah. If there are many, the kittens, many kittens, so you're going to choose the verb are. So the kittens are sick. Okay. Okay. The same goes with this sentence. She is one person, right? So she has a doll, singular. And then for plural, many, they have dolls. So this is what we call the subject, and the verb must agree with each other so that your sentence is correct. Okay. This one is using something which means tidak, doesn't. Tidak, doesn't. Now, when you use the word doesn't, or when you use the word don't, it must be followed by the original verb. You cannot say doesn't cry, past tense. No, you cannot do that. You cannot say don't cry, wrong. Okay, it's a big mistake. So the moment you put doesn't or don't or didn't, it must be followed by the original word, the original base form. Okay, so she doesn't know the answer. She doesn't like ice cream. She doesn't go to the mosque. So you must always take the original word. So she doesn't go, and they don't know. They don't like. They don't go. They don't invite. So you take all the original verb when you're using with don't and doesn't. Another example. This one is past tense. So even though it's past tense, you still need to make sure that you use the right verb with the correct subject. So if the subject is singular, you will put there he was. Past tense, right? So if the subject is plural, they, so you say they were injured. Now, how do you remember all these verbs? You must remember like this. I always tell my students, if the subject is singular, there will be always S in the verbs. For example, was, is, does, has. Okay, and then you want to remember, how do you remember this easier in your mind? You remember Superman. Superman, there's only one Superman, right? What is the letter on the body? S, right? So anything that is singular, one, it has all the S. Was, is, has, does. Yeah, these are all verbs with all the S's. S's, yeah? All right. Okay, so this is also another important aspect of writing sentences. You have to make sure that your subject and your verb agree with each other. Yeah, so subject-verb agreement is very, very important. Okay, so I'm done with all the grammar parts. So I'm now going into the content of the written document. The content. Okay, so when you write a sentence, what would be the format, the main format that you must follow when you write any document to another party? Okay, so I'll give you a clue. You must have 4 elements in your letter or memo, in any written document. Okay, so the first one, see, am I sharing anything to you? Can you see? Or am I showing anything to you?
No, madam.
No, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see now? Yes?
No.
Can you see now?
No, madam.
No. Okay, what do you see on your screen? Because it's already displaying on my screen. Okay, let me try this once more. All right, are you seeing this?
Yes.
Okay. Is that Hanis?
Yeah, madam.
Who is responding to me? Hanis. Okay, Hanis, what do you
Yeah.
see, Hanis? Can you read the first one?
Introduction.
Yes.
Why are you writing? Background and basis. Refer to a previous letter, contract or document.
Okay, contact or document. Okay.
Contact or document. Okay, the details. Give information or instruction.
Okay, so the first one we call I. Yeah, thank you, Hanis. Sorry, sorry, I have to mute because or else the voice will be out. So the first element, yes, you can write it down. Everyone, you can write it down. The first element is called the introduction. The introduction, I, is to tell why are you writing. It's like mukadimah, something like introduction. You write, you give the background and then the basis. If you have any letter that you want to refer to, then you can refer to the previous letter. you can refer to the previous document if it is related to the previous one. So the introduction is actually to start down with some background information. Okay, that's I. Okay, I. The second one is D. D. The first one is I. The second one is D. D would be the details. It involves facts and figures, giving information, instructions, asking for information, provide all relevant details. Okay, so when the person reading your letter, they will get all these details, which is the D. Okay, after the introduction, they will get all the details. What is it? Okay, that you want to supply, the information that you want to supply. The next one, after D, okay, so first we have I, then we have D. The third one is we call the R, the response or action. The response or the action from the person. Okay, how do you want the reader to respond? You are telling the reader what do you want. For example, if you are writing a letter to your staff, okay, you want them to, for example, come to the meeting. So you want this R part is you want to tell them how should they respond towards that instruction. Action that you will take, and then you give a deadline if there's any deadline, for example. And then this is the part where we call the response from the other party. And finally, you have the closing. Closing. Closing can be just one sentence. Thank you for your cooperation. That will be a simple closing. So there you have it. When you write any document, whether it's a memo, whether it's a letter, you always remember this IDRC, and you will not leave out any important information. Okay? So can you all say to the person next to you? IDRC. Tell the person next to you. Whoever that person is. Okay, come on, everybody, try that so that you remember. IDRC. And then to your left, IDRC. Okay, IDRC. Okay, I means what? Introduction. D means details. R means respond. And C means conclusion. Any document, you will make it complete by remembering the IDRC. Okay, so now we have learned, for today, we have learned the basics. So in tomorrow's class, I'm not going to repeat all these details. Tomorrow we are going to jump into it, into letter writing, but I'm going to show you a sample of how an example of a memo, a memo with IDRC. IDRC, you still remember? Okay, so you use IDRC and then you apply according to the 5 C's. The 5 C's, and then you combine them together. You write a sentence with IDRC and you insert all the 5 C's into the system. So your letter is complete. So I'm going to show you an example of a memo. Inshallah. This is an example of a memo. Now, different companies have different format for memo. And as you know, usually people write memo for internal communication, internal, within the organization. It means within the organization, people write memo. So, internal communication sometimes is very simple. If you see there, the format, you have, you ignore the mark, yeah. This is how we teach our students how to write memos. You must have to, and then from, then you must have the date, of course, the date when you send the memo out, yeah. And then you have the subject. These are very important because so we want to know who is the memo from, who is it sent to, who are the recipients, yeah, and then the date, and then also the main subject. What is the main subject? The main subject is usually capitalized. Okay. So the situation here, okay, we look at one situation here. You are the manager of human resources at Techno Security Sdn Bhd. Okay, Hanis, if you're there, can you please read the sentence for me? Hanis, if you're there? Okay.
Yeah, madam.
Yes. Okay. Now I can hear you. Can you read? Because it's very lonely here.
Yang mana yang atas tu You are the
All by myself. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Okay, you are the manager of human resource at Techno Security Sdn Bhd, and the company plans to use an online system of applying for leave instead of using paper forms. Write a memo to all employees to inform them about the details of the change and why it is needed.
Okay, now, okay, so the situation is like this. You are the manager of the human resources at Techno Security Sdn Bhd. All this while, everybody, when they apply for leave, they will use paper forms. Okay. Now, as you all know, we are now going paperless, right? So now you want to use the online system of applying for leave and no more using paper. So you have to write a memo to all employees to inform about this change and why it is needed. Why it is needed. So you have to provide the details as well. So this is, I show you an example of a memo, yeah, a memo that follows the IDRC. So, example, yeah, in the introduction, the first I, introduction, you will say, okay, Hanis, can you read that for me? The introduction.
The introduction. In response to our new company policy, which encourages the reduction of unnecessary paperwork, the management has decided to implement the online application for leave.
Okay, so an introduction is where you actually give the background info about what's happening. So it is very important that you make sure that there is a mukaddimah, like that, an introduction, yeah. Do not forget that. Don't jump into the details, yeah. You have to have the introduction first. Okay, Hanis, continue. Let's read the details.
With the details, since everyone in this company has access to the internet, we should make full use of the service that is provided to us. In addition, online application is faster and more efficient without worrying that the paper forms will be lost in transition from the subordinate to the supervisor's office.
Yes. Now, this is the detail that you want to provide to the staff. The reason why you are doing this, the details of it. You are telling them that now we are using this because it is more efficient. Because there are times, you know, that paper can be lost. Do you know that? Paper forms can be lost. Do you know that? We have cases like, for example, important messages, and they are written in formal letters where there is no transaction using the internet, yeah? And then the letter arrive late. We have cases like that, even in IIUM. The lecturer that is receiving the post, he did not receive it. And when the time comes, then everybody like puzzled. What happened? Why is he still not here? So in actual fact, he did not receive the letter. So it is important to have this internet-based communication so that any information can be traced back. Yeah, because of this. So you need to explain that in the details. Okay, Hanis, thank you. Hanis, can you continue?
Okay, for response or required action, please refer the manual on how to apply for leave online, which can be obtained from the IT department.
Yes. The response is like, how do you want these people? What do they? What do you want them to do? This is the response or the action. How do you want them to respond or to react? So you will tell them, refer to the manual on how to apply for leave online where you can obtain from the IT department. Okay, and then finally, Hanis, read the conclusion.
Okay, for the conclusion, thank you for your full cooperation and support.
Okay, if you write even just one sentence like that, it is enough. You want to express thank you for your full cooperation and support. Okay, so this is an example of IDRC that you need to write down. If you want to snap a photo, also can as a sample. If you want to, because I cannot give you, actually it's confidential, this question, but never mind, I think you will use it for workplace situation, yeah, so that you remember how to write introduction, how to write the details. This is an actual example. Are there any questions? Now I open the question to everyone. Assalamualaikum. You have any question? Do you have any question? You don't have any question? For me, everything is clear. Okay, so if everything is clear, I will move on. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to give you. Okay, I need to close this one. Give you another. Okay, can you all read this? Okay, Hanis, can you read for me?
Mana madam? Dia keluar yang
Yeah, the question. Okay.
question. Yang nombor 1 ke madam? Sampai
Read the question up there.
Okay, number 1, answer all questions.
Okay,
Number two.
this letter.
Yeah.
This letter is from a customer inquiring the IT service offered by a company. So the letter contains 10 errors. Yeah, Hanis?
Yeah.
Okay. You're back. Yeah, because you're back in the office. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. I'll read it for you. Sorry. So the letter contains 10 errors, number 1 until number 10, in terms of the 5 C's principle. Do you still remember the 5 C principles? Do you remember? What are the 5 C's? First, correct. Second, concise. And then we have clarity. And the fourth one? Okay, who remember? Concise, clarity. The fourth one, complete. And the last one, courteous. So there are 10 errors in terms of the 5Cs principle. You have to correct the sentences given based on the 5Cs principle as indicated. Okay, and you are advised to include your own additional information whenever necessary. So let's look at this sentence, this paper. Okay, the first one. Our company wants to utilize our IT maintenance service. Okay, so there is something, an error there. Actually, this is an exercise for all of you. Okay, there is an error there. Okay, in this regard, we would like to request a quotation in which various package details are mentioned. So how do you make this more concise? How do you make this sentence having more courtesy? Okay, then we have our office has many branches around Kuala Lumpur. So do you remember this one? When we say our office has many branches around Kuala Lumpur, there is a problem with clarity there. How many branches? Okay. So we hope that the quality of service you are providing will meet our satisfaction, and we expect excellent customer care facilities as well. We are one of the leading logistics company in the city, and we work for several big clients in the industry. Any interruption in your service will dampen our reputation. Hope you will understand our requirements. So what is incorrect there? Look at the grammar part. Okay. Your company has a good reputation in the industry, and we hope the packages are competitively priced. I am attaching a separate list which comprises our requirements. Okay, so how do you make it more concise there? Please go through this list and let us know if you can meet our requirements. Once the price is decided, you can send your representative to our company so that we can finalize our deal with your company. So how do you make it more courteous and concise? Looking forward to hear from you at the earliest. So how do you make it correct and concise? So these are the things that you need to take note. You need to take note all this and notice how can you improve according to the 5Cs. Okay, since you all cannot communicate with me, I do not know how you are going to respond to this question. Because I do not expect, this is the first time ever that I'm giving a class where I do not see my students and I'm not able to get their feedback. Okay. So maybe I just the style is just providing information, maybe. So what you're supposed to do is you have to improve on the sentences just now according to the 5Cs principle. Courtesy, concise, clarity, correct. Okay. Okay, and then you write it down, write down there. Yeah. That is the exercise. I honestly do not know how to get you to do all that. Okay, and then this one is also another exercise. You are the financial manager in your company. Due to budget cuts, your office would like to implement a cost-saving exercise in the company. Actually, I want you to write this memo now on your own. Maybe because it's going to end soon, the class. So I think you can take the picture and try to complete this. And maybe Hanis can share some of your answers tomorrow. Hanis, can you arrange for that?
Yeah, madam.
Because our class, if it's not interactive, if we don't get for you to respond and do practice, then you're just listening. You do not have the practical part of it. So the question is that you are the financial manager in your company. Due to budget cuts, your company would like to implement cost-saving exercise in the company. Write a memo by applying the 5 C's principle and the IDRC principle, stating 2 necessary actions that all divisional heads have to take to save costs. So you are required to include your own additional information whenever necessary. So this could be your exercise that you must do on your own. Then when you are done with this, then I can see whether you have understood the principle of the 5 C's and also the structure of the IDRC in your memo. Yeah. Are we clear about that? So I'm going to give you time to write down. Can you try to write down at least until the class ends at 12, and then you can continue on your own. Let's begin now. Yeah. Let's try to do this according to the 5 C's, applying the 5 C's, and according to the IDRC structure. Okay, let's begin.
Besok nak cakap keluar kan?
Is anyone ready? Are you still writing your letter? Are you still writing your letter? Sorry, your memo. Tomorrow we're going to learn how to write letter. Do you have ready or not ready? Hanis, how do I get the Hanis, are you there?
Yeah, madam.
Are we are ending the class at 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So can I get how do I get the response from the participants on this memo? Hanis,
Yeah.
how do I get the response? It's actually very simple. You just write the memo and then you send to you, Hanis, tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Can.
Can you share? Can you manage that? Okay, because I need to check, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the morning, we're going to check all the memos written by all of you so that I can help to improve on the memo. Okay, so Hanis, can you arrange that with your staff?
Everyone can send to my email.
Sorry?
Everyone, siapa yang dah buat tu boleh hantar ke email saya pun boleh.
Yes, can send to your email and then tomorrow you're going to share.
Yeah.
Share this. screen, yeah?
Share the screen.
You're going to share the screen tomorrow morning, okay? Yes, tomorrow morning, the first thing that we're going to do is to check on all. So please make sure all participants submit their memo to you, Anis.
Okay, madam.
Yeah, okay. So thank you very much, everyone. I do not want to delay you. Maybe you have somewhere to go. So thank you very much for being here with me. Inshallah, we set our intention today that we do this lillahi ta'ala because we want to please Allah, and inshallah that we will get something fruitful out of this for all of you to apply later in your career. Yeah, thank you so much. So I see you next tomorrow morning with your memo. Yeah, all right. So thank you very much. Assalamualaikum. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, madam.